Hey, what's up, you guys? Listen, right now, I want to get into this Monique Samuels resurfaced drama involving her ex husband, Chris, and the allegation that this video that we've been talking about, this video clip of her pushing it up on the guy, him licking and kissing the back of her neck, who actually leaked the video? And does it even really matter? Let's get into it. Thanks for stopping by the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the real of reality TV.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind when we rewind.
All right, guys, so here we go. We saw on this last episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac, Monique meeting up with Ashley, with Stacy, with Wendy, Kiarna's messy ass. And Monique, to be honest with you, she kind of seemed like she wasn't really wanting to talk about the situation, but because she's back on the show and she needs to check, she's being forced to talk about things that doesn't really want to talk about. And she alluded to the fact that, listen, Cookie and Chris are both messy. So I don't really know why we're even talking about it, but when it comes to those two, none of them are to be trusted. So I'm not going to sit here and say that Kiarna's the one, well, not Kiarna, Stacy's the one that told Chris this information. But when it comes to Cookie and Chris and whoever was all in the room, it could have been anybody. I don't really know. But I don't really care because it is what it is. But now she was on Angela Yee's podcast Lip Service, and they were talking to her about the situation. And now she's saying, yeah, Chris is the one that leaked the video. Let's get into this clip right now.
And I were like great friends. Like we never spent any time outside the studio, nothing like that. As I was going through the whole divorce process, the separation, everything like that, he was giving me this advice that I was like, you have to have been through something to be able to give me this type of advice. We started to have like an amazing friendship outside of work. And I started to learn some things about what he was going through. Mm-hmm. So we connected on that level, him being separated, living in the same house, but people not knowing because obviously he's not, out there like that in reality TV space. Mine was more public. Right. And it was a friendship that was genuinely a friendship that turned very emotionally connected and then it turned romantic. Mm-hmm. And the reason this video is out there right now is because my ex-husband actually leaked it.
Ooh,
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so that's tea. Like legit, he has been showing this video to everybody. And the bigger question is, how did he get it?
So off the cloud.
The cloud? No, he actually got it from a former friend of mine. Jason and I were.
So that's the clip. Now, I'm sure there's a longer clip out there. I'm just not interested in trying to find it. But she's saying he got the clip from a former friend of hers. I don't know who she's talking about, but how does it even really matter at this point? Because she's talking about, she's giving an explanation. It's like, oh, well, we were friends first and then it became romantic and blah, 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 blah. Well, usually that's the way it works unless it literally is just a bam, bam, hit it and quit it sort of situation. And so I don't think it even really matters, but I'm just saying, if he put the video out there, I don't see and I don't know any of these people, so I'm sharing my opinion just like the people in the comment section here are sharing theirs. I'm saying that if the situation with her and the guy happened after her and Chris were done, I don't see him putting that video out there. I just don't. I believe that it occurred while they were still together. Period. And I'm not saying that that would make it right for him to expose her or expose the video, put it out there. Somebody got the video, shared it with him, and then he decided to put it out there. If the friend of hers or former friend, like she said, shared it with Chris, why can't she believe that the friend was the one that put that out there too? Why would it have to be she shared it to Chris and then Chris put it out there? I don't know. It just, to me, I'm just asking the question because I don't even think it really matters to me. So this footage leaks. I talk about it. Other people are talking about the fact, yeah, she actually was cheating on Chris. Because those had been the rumors all along, not just even about that guy. There were the rumors about her and the trainer. And like I said, I don't even know who the trainer is. I heard that the guy was really attractive. And it's possible, like I said, that she was cheating on Chris, even if it was just emotional and it was never physical. Because you can cheat on someone emotionally, it doesn't always have to come to the full on physical contact and physical impact. So this footage leaks, and according to her, she didn't leak it, a former friend did. She's got it seems like a lot of former friends. She used to be friends with Charisse. She used to be friends with Cookie. She used to be friends with Gigi. She used to be friends with this one. She used to be married to Chris. He used to be her best friend. Now he's the messiest person in the world. It just, to me, it's seeming like she's pointing a lot of fingers or pointing one finger at a lot of people when there's a lot pointing back at her. I'm just saying, some people are side eyeing Chris and saying, yeah, I can see that. He seems messy to me. And look at him, the guy Jason versus Chris. Yeah, Chris was probably feeling hot and heated. The fact that she leveled up with someone that looked better than him. I've seen comments like that. And then there's some people saying, no, Monique is the problem. She's the one that's being messy. And now that she's back on TV and she's doing these interviews and, this clip comes out, it's like, is this a coincidence? Maybe. I don't know. I never saw the clip before, but I believe somebody else had, put it out there. Somebody had commented in my comment section saying another vlogger did. But to to me, I'm just saying, does it even really matter what the messy truth is behind who put the clip out there? The clip is out there. My question is, are she and Jason still together? Is Jason divorced yet? Because she says that he was separated, living in the same house as his spouse, and nobody knew that. Why are you putting it out there then if that's a conversation that he had with you? Where you both connected on that? I'm just saying, I just want to know, guys, because not that it even really matters, but I'm just questioning things because they're talking about it. And I still believe at this point it doesn't matter because they're divorced. She got what she got out of it. He got what he got out of it. I do believe that Chris did love the woman, albeit, in some controlling ways for sure. But I believe he really did love her. But when it came down to the divorce that she sought, there was a prenuptial agreement that was in force. And they didn't deviate from it. And from what I heard, he actually gave her some extra money that she did not deserve just based on the prenup alone because he loved her at some point and they do have children together that they share. So I don't know. I just am saying I do believe that Monique was getting frisky with other people while they were married. And she was, and it's probably true. Chris was feeling salty and feeling some type of way. But I mean, like Giselle called him big boy. He knew who she was. He decided to marry her. He decided to get with her, be with her, marry her, have all those children with her, level her life up, allow her to live very, very well for all of the years that they were married. And She was never even really in it like that. The woman was drinking a lot to get by, to kind of get out of her head, because it's like, God, what am I doing? What what is why am I selling myself out like this? But again, like some people said, he got her in a point in time when she was, I believe, living in her car, SUV or truck or something like that. I've heard some different people say these things. I don't know if it's true. I'm just saying what some people have said. But that's the thing, when you choose to get with these people that you don't really love, and it's all because of the money and the lifestyle that they can afford you, you are going to pay the price in some way. Some people stay longer than others. 10 years is a long time, but it's not forever. She's still fairly young. She can still, do other things and meet other people, possibly get married again if that's what she wants to do, if someone decides to wife her up. But I do believe that the friend, I don't believe Chris was the one that was leaking that video. I mean, why? But I could be wrong. But I want to know what you guys think. So you let me know your thoughts in the comments. Some people were like, Monique fell out of love with Chris long before Buddy came along. Chris still hurt, but he knew she was done. Hell, I knew it was over. Somebody else said, I love it when people find healthy love. There's someone for everybody. If she was happily married, this wouldn't have happened. Good for her. Did she say she's still with the guy? I don't know. I don't know. Because based on what she was saying on the show, she wasn't really sounding like she was in a relationship. Somebody else said, I knew it was Chris because it leaked right after the episode aired of her discussing why they divorced. But why would it have to be him? Why wasn't it the former friend? Why did it have to be Chris doing it? I really don't feel like Chris is even caring about the fact that this is going on. When he got that phone call while they were filming, he sounded so disinterested. It was like, I don't even know what the hell y'all talking about. So I don't, he doesn't strike me as the type that's messy like that. But hey, I don't know him. It's possible. And somebody else said, see, I knew she was fooling with that man. Somebody else said, he's cute. That's why Chris mad. And somebody else said, I knew it was a wrap for them after Chris' mama said all that about her while filming. And I'm going to get into that, guys, because I still have my content on that. But yeah, I'm going to get into that later. But I want to know what you guys think. So you let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.